Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and for today's video I want to talk to you guys about where I'm at with WoW, Arms Warriors, and all of that going on. I did already make a video kind of sort of talking about Arms Warriors and where they're at. It was kind of like, not really an afterthought or a sub point in the video, but it wasn't like a whole video just dedicated to Arms Warriors and the current state that they're in. So that's kind of what this video is about, and this video was sparked because I was asked by a friend I was talking today. We were talking about how my warrior was doing. A good friend of mine, in game and IRL, he hit me up and he was just like, "Yo, so how's your warrior doing?" And we were just talking about some of the changes and where I feel Arms is at. It's still, it's just not good. It's not good at all. Uh, Basically, what you were looking at here with everything going on too is I got some footage going on in the background of some random BGs I did before trying to get some of this audio and video, obviously right here, recorded the vlog section of this done, and it was rough. It was real rough. For me, because the thing is, I know I'm not a bad warrior. I'm no glad warrior, and I'm no 2K player, but I know I'm not bad either. So for me to do this bad in BGs is pretty frustrating. So for those of you, actually I don't even need to say for those of you who don't know, everybody I'm sure is aware because everyone who's not a warrior keeps yelling at us saying we're complaining too much, and for the first time in the existence of WoW's history, warriors haven't been OP. I don't know. I seem to remember during Cataclysm, a certain portion of it, the first portions of Cataclysm, warriors were at best. I seem to remember having to sit through insane amounts of chain CC and vanilla, so I can't really say that warriors have always been OP. They're strong, but they're not OP. There was a couple seasons where, yeah, we were OP, but right now is definitely probably one of the lowest points warriors have been in. The change to hamstring was definitely a PvE nerf, but it didn't really even make sense to nerf it for PvE because nobody was really using it during their burst anyways, because before we would use it during Battle Cry to try to reset Colossus Smash, because our entire rotation relies on Colossus Smash being up on the target, and so once they took away the ability for Hamstring to proc Colossus Smash, or Tactician rather, Warriors pretty much stopped using it, so it didn't even make much sense. During the weekend that I'm recording this, basically the qualifying matches for BlizzCon are going on. Everyone's over in, I believe, Ohio, and BlizzCon's next week, 2 weeks, something like that. So this is the showdown. This is it. This is for almost all the marbles basically. And the one team that was running a warrior, I believe it was a Korean team, basically got shut out all 3 matches. They didn't even win a single match because all their opponents had to do was train the warrior. Between lack of defensives, you have no way to keep a target really locked down. Everybody kites you. It is a legitimate problem. There's also the issue of forum posts potentially being deleted by Blizzard. I don't really know a whole lot about that. I only kind of know what people have said, and I have a hard time believing what people say and taking it 100% unless I've seen it myself. I'm not saying that the forum post wasn't taken down. I don't doubt it. But as far as why and stuff like that, because if I know anything about the WoW community, it's pretty toxic and it gets pretty angry pretty quickly. And it's not known for its constructive feedback, so there's that as well. But the biggest reason I'm making this video, because I need to kind of address where I'm at with it. Am I gonna re-roll? I've strongly considered it. Overall, this has been a pretty feels bad man week for me. Not just in game, but kind of out of game as well and stuff like that. Just things are kind of but it's a bummer when you come to play a game and then everything is kind of feels bad man there too. So I'm really strongly, and I was really strongly debating re-rolling. To what, I didn't know, because my commitments to alts this expansion were Demon Hunter and Shadow Priest. Now Shadow Priest isn't in a terrible position. They're actually pretty good right now from what I hear, and they are still a lot of fun. Demon Hunters really aren't super great in arenas, which is disheartening. I was really debating doing my Enhancement Shaman, because for those of you that have known me for a while, a couple of the IRL friends that I have that watch these videos, and for anybody that's kind of heard me talk about this before, Enhancement Shaman is one of my favorite other specs in the game. It has been since I originally played WoW. I almost stopped maining a warrior way back in the day to play an Enhancement Shaman because I thought the overall aesthetics and feel of an Enhancement Shaman were really, really cool. But so I'm debating doing that now. I think for me too, I'm kind of like the last Bastion mentality, where I'll be one of the very last people to kind of bail out. Like I'm a stick with it to the end kind of guy. Even in WoW, even in my BGs and my arenas, I'm not the kind to just AFK out or just stop fighting. Like, as long as I can still click buttons and drop mortal strikes and drop fears and whatever I have to do to try to fight my way out of the match or whatever it is, I'm gonna do it. And so, you know, I've been with my warrior for years now, years. I've seen so many buffs, so many nerfs. I've been with it when they were rubbish. I've been with warriors when they were almost gods. It is what it feels like. I've seen all the ups and downs, and I've stuck with it this long. But this is probably the first time in a long time I've genuinely considered re-rolling. But the problem with that is I don't know if I will or if I can afford to, because of how much I've invested in my warrior already. And not just Legion investment. Obviously, Artifact Weapon is a big factor now. Legion isn't as anti-alt friendly, or it isn't as, you know, anti-alt, I guess is the best way to say it, as people like to make it sound. It's pretty easy, more or less, to get artifact power up if you're willing to play your character. But there's the time. I mean, I've almost got my artifact weapon all decked out. You know, I'm really excited to see when we're gonna get the Arms Warrior hidden artifact skin released, when we're gonna see that. So I've got a lot of investment in it. I've got myself up to a decent item level, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm starting to run Mythic Pluses, and there is that side of stuff too, where Arms is actually really good in PvE still. I mean, we have terrible, you know, AoE pressure on a consistent level. Burst is insane, though. Single target damage is great. So it's not like I'm playing an absolute waste of a character. But PvE isn't where my true love lies and where my heart lies. And so just trying to figure out what I want to do. And then not only, you know, of course, the investment into Legion, but there's just the investment of time played on my warrior, and on the warrior class as a whole. Like, it's, you know, I'm not gonna spend time going into the details of the story now, because a lot of you guys have heard it before. And for those of you that haven't, I believe the video's up on the channel. If you want to check it out as well, you can search for that. And I probably will bring it up another time as well. But I just have too much personally invested in my warrior, and then of course game time invested in my warrior. And so I really don't want to reroll. But I think for me the sign of the times is when literally just about every high-end warrior player has a rerolled. You know, Smexon, amazing arena player. He's on his way to BlizzCon now. You know, they're on the bottom bracket now because they got wrecked today. Rest in pepperonis. But you can't argue that Smexon is a bad warrior. You literally cannot say you're a bad warrior. He's literally like playing to compete at BlizzCon. It doesn't have. But he's not even playing a warrior. He's playing an enhancement shaman. Just about every other warrior I could think of. Revolutio, I believe he's playing a demon hunter now. You know, the only ones I can really think of, honestly, that are staying with their warriors are Bajir and Swifty doesn't even do arenas anymore. Swifty pretty much just goofs off and have funs in world PvP and battlegrounds. You know, more power to him. You know, but you really don't see any warriors in high rated arenas, and to me that's pretty telling. I don't typically tend to say a class is bad because there is no arena representation, because people get really caught up in a meta, and if it doesn't fit into the meta, then they say it sucks. And a lot of times stuff is actually good even though it doesn't fit into what's considered the meta. You just have to think differently. But in this particular case, this is pretty telling. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can see what's going on too in these matches even going on behind me now. So I don't know. I'm not thrilled. I'm not stoked. I'm a little too stubborn to switch up my main though. So what I'll probably be doing until this is switched around or changed, and warriors as a whole just need a whole lot of attention, more than just damage buffs to fury and more than just execute buffs to arms and stuff like that. Like, if they're really going for class fantasy on this, something is missing. There's just, this isn't what it's like to play an arms warrior. I'm sorry. It's just not, and this isn't what it feels like to play a fury warrior. I just can't, I don't know. It's just not working out. And it's really discouraging. It's really frustrating. So I'm probably going to, but I actually have today, just to kind of step back and chill from the normal grind and stuff. I've been playing my Demon Hunter a lot. Got her up to 105. So I'll probably finish capping her out at 110. I might mess around on my Shadow Priest or my Enhancement Shaman. I'm not sure. I really have no interest in playing a Flavor of the Month class. Because just as soon as I learn to play them, they'll get nerfed, and then it's not fun either, because then, you know, I'm bad on a class I don't know anything about, and as soon as I start getting good, it gets nerfed back down again. So I'm not keen on that. So I don't know. Probably, like I said, spend some time on either my Shadow Priest, my Demon Hunter, or maybe my Enhancement Shaman. Been dinking around a little bit on my Horde Warrior as well, just because I have some friends that play Horde as well. But yeah, I don't know. Thank God for PvE right now, because it's definitely keeping me invested in Legion as a warrior at least. Overall, I honestly do think Legion has potential to be one of the best expansions that Blizzard has ever released as a whole, but the warrior section of it is definitely lacking. So that's more of a personal thing. So I don't know. We'll see. Looking forward to you know, seeing what playing a Demon Hunter at max level feels like. They look really cool. They seem like a lot of fun. I can't imagine I'll get a whole lot of arena time in it. I think that's what's really frustrating me, is because I have so much drive and desire to push rating and get good in arenas, because I don't feel like I'm too old to still throw down in arenas, but the classes I love to play, man, I don't know. So we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not really trying to turn this into a QQ video. I'm not really one to complain. But I'm also a realist, and the reality of it all is that warriors are not in a great place, and I have no plans of ditching my warrior, the TLDR of it all, of course, but I'll probably be taking the time to invest in some of my other alts and stuff like that to see if I like their playstyle enough to play them a little bit more as well. So we'll see. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope this video wasn't too much of a downer, didn't feel too complainy. Although, to be fair, I'm sure some people will be upset that I didn't rip Blizzard a new one with it. But that's just not the kind of person I am. I can't help it. I'm not a rager. I'm not a complainer. I'm not the one that overreacts and gets up in arms and, you know, ready to flip tables and stuff like that. So, it is what it is, I suppose. Take it or leave it, right? But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts on it are. I know a lot of classes did get buffed, so I do want to say congratulations to those of you that are playing really strong classes right now. Destrolox, I'm looking at you and your Chaos Bolts. But yeah, alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. There's plenty of other content up on the channel, of course, if you want to check that out. Everything from arenas, BGs, random funny stuff. There's some older Overwatch stuff on there. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just take a break from WoW for a little bit and just play a butt ton of Overwatch. Yeah, because then I'll just get frustrated because I haven't played Overwatch in months, so I'll go back to playing Overwatch and I'll be bad at Overwatch. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.